Warm greetings, everyone. Welcome to this week's Morning Musings. For those of you joining me for the first time, my name is Nathen Aswell, and this very beautiful and very unusual instrument is called the Chapman Stick. And basically, I play it by just tapping the strings with both hands. If you'd like to learn more about it, the website's very simple to remember. It's stick.com, stick.com. As I said in December, I choose a word every December that will be my theme for the coming year. My theme for 2020 was freedom, and I've chosen as my theme or my word for 2021, surrender. And so I've been thinking a lot about that, surrender being the way that I perceive myself moving more deeply into freedom, and freedom was inspired by my walk of the Camino de Santiago in late 2019. So, surrendering. I've been pondering surrendering, have written many chants about surrendering beginning at the beginning of December. Surrendering, letting go, releasing, trusting. And this week I've been thinking about faith in relation to surrender. And as has become my custom, I was looking online for some great quotes on faith, and I found a fantastic one that really inspired me, as you'll see in the next couple of minutes. It's a quote by Alan Watts, and the quote is, "To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float." And that really resonated with me, the image of faith being akin to floating, letting another powerful image of letting go, releasing. And so that quote by Alan Watts inspired this next chant, which I called "I Trust Myself to the Water," and it's got two parts. And as I have said in the past, when I write chants that have two parts, these chants can actually be sung together. So I'll sing them one after the other, and you can either sing with me or you can sing the other part against me, if you will. So I look forward to being able to perform this live and have a room divided into two halves and hear both parts happening at the same time. And I must acknowledge that as I thought of this chant, I was thinking about Peter Gabriel, someone who's been a big influence on me, and he's written some very powerful songs about water. So I think that's why this one has a nice kind of sexy groove to it. So here we go. I trust myself to the water. The words are, I trust myself to the water, I relax and float. I trust myself to the water, I relax and float. And the second part is floating in the water, floating in the sea, floating in the water, I let go, I am free. So I hope you join me. And if singing isn't your thing, just feel it in your body. Just pray it along with me. I trust myself to the water, I relax and float. I trust myself to the water, I relax and float. I trust myself to the water, I relax and float. I trust myself to the water, I relax and float. Here's the second part. Floating in the water, floating in the sea, floating in the water, I let go, I am free. Floating relax and float. I trust myself to the water. I relax and float. One more time. I trust myself to the water. I relax and float. I trust myself to the water. I relax and float. Second part. Floating in the water. Floating in the sea. Floating in the water. I let go. I am free. Floating in the water. Floating in the sea. Floating in the water. I let go. I am free. Let's take a deep breath in together. And exhale. So for the next few minutes, let's share some silence together and ponder that. What would it be like if we had faith that felt like floating? What would it feel like if we had faith that was akin to complete trust and confidence in what we believe, whatever our picture may be of the divine? I invite you to just sit with that for a couple of minutes. Floating. Let's sing again. And again, if singing isn't your thing, just feel the music in your body. And pray this along with me. This time I'll add a little reverb to my voice. Trust myself to the water. I relax and trust. I trust myself to the water. I I relax and trust. I trust myself to the water. I relax and float. I trust myself to the water. I relax and float, floating in the water, floating in the sea, floating in the water. I let go, I am free, floating in the water, floating in the sea, floating in the water. I let go, I am free. I trust myself to the water. I trust myself to the sea. I trust myself to the water. I relax and float, floating in the water, floating in the sea, floating in the water. I let go, I am free. Floating in the water, I let go, I am free. I hope that you enjoyed this chant, this time together this morning. Thank you very much for being with me. Within the hour, I will post this on YouTube so that you can, if you like this chant, this experience, you can share it with your friends who are not on Facebook. In the meantime, I thank you, those who are here with me now. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope you have a wonderful week, and may you feel that you can float with your faith, with whatever you believe in, with whatever resonates most in your being. And may that image of faith being like floating bring you peace. Namaste, dear ones. Hope to see you next Wednesday at the same time.